Game of Lust.
Yeah, no, right? But actually, yes, they're just getting started. Let's go.
This is not a hand warmer?
No, they're getting started. Remember, we have hand warmers in the start screen. Ah, never mind. Look.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, we good.
Fantastic.
Nice. So game one, starting on Ethereal Gates. This is, from a Ranno main experience, this must mean that it's a 1-2-1 ban count. So that means TekKnite probably got the last ban here and brought them to this stage instead of a different stage where Dacus or anything could possibly happen off the platforms.
That's true. So Dacus with Claren does hit on this, not Dacus with Ranno, if I'm not mistaken, because of how low Ranno's up smash is.
I mean, it's not a whole sword. We see the Dacus there attempt off the down tilt. Not going to connect this time, but expect a couple more in the near future. Trying to get a conversion there, which I think there was a no-tech read in that situation right there.
Yeah.
In order from the, preemptively go for the up smash like that. Oh, these hits are so beefy, Jesus Christ. I miss input with the taunt right there.
Oh, and a new addition for Louisiana Rivals brackets. We have a player cam for each player now. So you'll notice Germ-X on the left and TekKnite on the right. Splendor on the right.
Oh, no!
Wow.
Tries to go for the up strong, doesn't get it.
A little too long there.
Gets the rock hits right there instead of an up strong. That might, that will do it. You do in fact get body blocked by the rock. Even if your recovery has a hitbox, you have to have a seriously protruding hitbox to get away from that and get back on stage at the same time.
While not being the most technically sound, I do want to point out that Sean is TekKnite is a very smart player.
Super smart, yeah.
He's very good with his placement, even if his placement isn't always necessarily the fastest.
Facts. No matter how many, no matter what anybody else on the scene says, he's the one player I never, ever sleep on when we play in bracket, ever.
Speak for yourself, not fucking with me. I love you, Sean. I'm just playing, dog.
Talk. Hey, we had to get at least one, right?
Yeah, we have to get one. Oh, it'll be multiple.
Hey, facts. Germ-X struggling to find the kill here, which can be a problem with Kragg at certain points. You have to really play the patient game when it gets to this point in the match, because Kragg can start to run away and start to play the zoning game a little bit better. And because it's so heavy.
Oh, wow. I didn't think that the rock would hit.
That was an up air and a half, but the up strong will come out instead, and Tech is up 2 stocks. 3 stocks to 1. Uses armor to get away from the initial hit. Parries the Dacus. Yo, he's playing. He's gaming right now.
I think, Aiden, or I keep saying their actual name.
You're good.
Lord of mercy. This happens when you have friends in the scene. You forget that their tags are.
Trying to read the DI on the up strong right there. Wasn't able to get the hit. Again, it's just a lack of, strong confirms here. I understand that it's one good hit will get the kill here, but he's even struggling to get that much.
Yeah. Again, Sean just, especially, they play a lot. They're very much training partners.
Yes.
So both understand how to play the other, and it's showing.
It's showing.
They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So I'd imagine that the stage pick for TekKnite was a very sound pick here.
Right. It looks the part.
Yeah.
So far, I've seen not enough evidence on the side of Germ-X to suggest that a comeback is on the way. 74%. You are one bad DI off of an up strong or an F strong away. F strong really from dying off the side. Tech playing relatively slow, understands that he has an extra stock to go, doesn't need to rush things.
Also, speaking of Germ-X noticeably slowing down throughout the course of this game, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, he hasn't rushing him much. And then you know what?
Props to TekKnite for having Germ-X play at his pace.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Making me bite my words and swallow them with absolute fear for TekKnite's stock here. The counter pick was, the initial pick for the stage was looking great, but Germ-X is, okay.
Germ-X needs to be able to speed up this game and play at the pace that Ranno more naturally wants to play at. If he allows TekKnite to have his way with this slower Kragg, he will eventually get drowned out.
But I tell you what, the panic is starting to set in for TekKnite. You start to see him reaching for a little more kill moves, a little more options, getting a lot more aggressive.
He wants to end this game. He understands that if he loses on this stage, it's not going to be good for him for the rest of the set.
For real. I understand that we have 4 bans in this part of bracket because it is best of 3.
Poor DI is going to be the end of that game.
Yeah. Tech gets it on a last stock situation, but I tell you what, you still got it. A win is a win is a win. So he does get that one there. We move to game 2. We'll see where we go for the counter pick. I don't know. Knowing that he's banning, you're probably going to want to ban Triplats, Merchant Port. Spirit Tree makes sense. FD. Oh, you know what? FD does make sense.
Yeah, for Ranno, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I think that he goes no, not Fire Capital. Maybe Tower of Heaven?
Maybe Tower of Heaven. I see it. But Tower of Heaven is a shiesty stage. If you DI wrong at Tower of Heaven.
Force Floor.
Good point. Good point.
Dacus reach.
But you might Treetop Lodge instead. Okay.
Dacus does hit.
Was it last stock?
It was last stock, yes. You got it.
Does Dacus hit that lower platform?
Yes, it does.
I thought so.
Yeah. It's a bit trickier, but it's a wider platform too, so you have a lot more room to get the tech and get the movement out of the way. But it also goes both ways because you have a lot more stage underneath to work with as a result of having that larger platform. That if you get the timing and if you get the spacing right, then you have, you have the strong hits.
Yeah.
But that aside, we haven't actually seen that many Dacus kills, which I kind of prefer. I don't like when Rannos depend on it.
We didn't see it last stage. We didn't see it for the last game because the stage is a lot harder to hit Dacuses on. Just as a principle.
Oh, got the hit there. Wasn't able to get the kill.
Wow, I didn't think that would reach.
Right? I think Sweet Spot up strong would have killed. I really do. It was 94%.
Oh, that's another point I'm seeing. The normal throw for Kragg's Rock does not quite reach that top platform.
Uses bubble a little bit late. Expends a resource in doing so. Doesn't have air dodge. Gets the parry though. That'll do it.
Not be able to get the Rock Spike, and that's the end of the stock for TekKnite.
Indeed, indeed. Not bad. Great start for Germ-X. Trying to make his way back. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Old man reactions. Old man reactions.
Yeah, holding it for a little too long.
Yeah, he had the right idea, but just wrong timing, right? And now Germ-X is starting to cook. Gets another parry, gets the jump out. Doesn't get the extension off of that either, but still has it. Yeah. Yep.
Germ-X just being able to sense these holding up smashes because he knows if he goes into one, he's just gone.
Mm-hmm. Now we know it's one good hit here for both characters. Jesus, that DI was crazy. Against most players, that hits.
Sean's really gambling with these up smashes because he knows if he misses them, he's a sitting duck.
Oh, Germ knew that Tech would jump in that position, but just got the spacing wrong and aided for it. But 136 on
the DAC is not hitting.
I think when he did the down B, I don't know if we can get a replay of that. I wouldn't be surprised if we couldn't. But when he did the down B, he raised his hitbox up so that like the up smash completely whiffed. Doesn't have to tech it yet, can just go right back to stage. Tries to get a bit of a conversion on here.
Not gonna be able to get the dunk. That actually could have sealed the stock a little early.
Right? I don't think there's a DI that exists that gets you back towards the wall either. Back air won't kill off the top just yet though.
You basically just kind of have to. Well, it's a very low blast zone for true top, right?
I think so. I think you're right.
I think that could have killed.
Oh,
good, just patience there from TekKnite.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I tell you what, if those rocks hit on that back air, that would have been so disastrous.
Still a very winnable game for both players. I don't think that Germ-X necessarily having stock lead is going to help him by very much, especially with how long Kragg can live.
I do agree. It's not in the clear just yet. Really? And there it is. He threw an up air one. He threw an up air one in there. Yeah.
The hurt box extending with the up B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he threw an up air one in there and accidentally got just so happened to get hit by the up smash.
Was it up air or an up B?
It was up air.
Oh.
Oh, but I tell you what, he's cooking once again. I think he didn't like that.
Being able to jump cancel the side B just narrowly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the back air, okay.
Good placement with the rock shards.
And even got him the parry on that position right there.
Good DI here from TekKnite.
It is a down tilt up strong away from getting the kill for Germ-X. Trying to find that last hit, won't get it just yet. Watch those parries. I tell you what, it might
playing patiently, and it's to his benefit right now.
Mm-hmm. But he's got to watch how he reaches.
A stray Dacus seals this game.
But I tell you what. Oh, no, won't get the DI.
Nope, not going to be able to jump. What?
I don't know.
With the up strong.
Yeah, I don't know. We reading rainbows, and I tell you what, Pride Month ain't here either. There it is. All right, cool.
We're going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we reading rainbows, and LeVar Burton is not here to help out.
I just recently watched that Aaron Jadre bit with Lance Reddick.
I wish it was. Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT right there, Lance Reddick. But I wish it were LeVar Burton. Where's my iconic Slay roll? Nevertheless, once again, we go into game 3, like you mentioned. 4 bans here. It looks like they are counting DSR alongside that. Not really the way it's supposed to go, but hey, if they're okay with it, they're okay with it.
I mean, if no one calls it out.
Right?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
We're in the back, so they can't hear us.
If we yell loud enough.
Yeah, really yell loud enough.
Yeah, we'll blow out like the ears of all of our listeners.
And there it is. And there it is. Forest Floor. For those that don't know, interestingly enough, Forest Floor was the pivotal stage for TekKnite in the last major event we had, LA Nexus, where he defeated Squishy in a Game 3 barn burner off of like the nerviest gameplay you've ever seen in your life.
Oh yeah, I remember that set. That was you can see. I remember after that set, you saw TekKnite physically slump in his chair because of how hard of a set that was.
He really wanted to win. Has a Claren problem, but I tell you what,
going back to Old Faithful paying off here.
Doesn't have a damage problem. A very nice percentage off of that whole conversion. Gets a little bit more off of it in the Rock. Yeah, I hate how Rock interacts with needles. As a Ranno main, can't stand that. What do my needles do? Nothing, dude. It makes sense, but still. Off stage once more. Very close to getting the spike hitbox of down B. Was TekKnite for a moment there. Wouldn't get the hit.
Oh, I thought he was going to be able to reverse it back in his face.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting that... Oh, tries to go for the fair instead.
Incorrect
What was
spacing.
interesting there was that for a moment, when he got the hit on Pillar, once he touched ground, I believe he was able to jump out of it and act out of it again because he got a hit with side B. So once you touch ground with side B again, you get your resources back. Lots of close calls, and I tell you what, I think I joked to you earlier about who would get horsed the most out of these strong attacks, and right now, Germ's been getting kind of horsed a couple times.
TekKnite's DI is always very good.
And with a character like this, you're going to live a very long time. 173% on Force 4 with a kill off the side. And a Dak is to boot. Nice. Here comes a giant up strong. Yeah, I tell you what, when TekKnite goes for a read, he really reads the barn and tries to get the whole thing in a sale. Big conversion here from Germ-X, trying to push him from side to side. Wasn't able to find the last of it. Finished it in neutral. Has to get back on stage all over again after getting converted a little bit longer.
TekKnite spacing Germ-X out here. It paying off with a bit of, again, TekKnite, a very patient player. I mean, understandably, his execution is not the greatest, and that's not a slight against him. That's just whenever you watch him play, you'll notice that. But he does make up for it very adequately with his patience.
And his knowledge of his character and knowledge of how to execute what he wants to do.
Absolutely.
Right? There are some situations where, yeah, he'll miss an up smash, or yeah, he'll miss the aerial off the conversion because he'll misread the DI. He is very that might be a problem.
Very smart with his follow-ups.
That's it. Yeah, that's a problem. He got checkmated. Rock went towards ledge. That only left one position to go to, and that was on the platform. He had to get the spacing right with the up B, or just not do the dive kick up B at all. Rock goes away. Yeah, it goes away.
Great snipe there with the needle.
And that was huge because every single time Tech had pulled the Rock out first thing whenever he's on pillar in that position. So the needle brings us to last stock here with a chance to even the percent up.
Evening up the percent? Actually, have a stop. Well, I was about to say have a percent advantage, but that was very short-lived.
Yep, great F smash there. You have to put them away towards the ledge. It's getting dicey.
I thought he was going to go for an up throw with the Rock.
I really thought so too. At least an up air, but he keeps pulling Rock first in these positions where he unfortunately shouldn't, it seems. The jab to keep things going.
The back air. Oh no! I thought it was all over.
Wait, it might be. It might be.
No.
Side B will get back towards it. Breaks pillar, gets up.
He's alive.
But wait. Fair off the side. Won't do it just yet. No, he has
Oh, well, I did say reversal. I didn't mean that reversal. Oh, and you can see Germ-X is just not happy with the way that ended. I wouldn't be happy with the way that ended
I wouldn't be happy with it.